Hello good lifers, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nikki and in today's video we're going to be talking about companion planting. Companion planting is a great way to have natural solutions to create a nice thriving garden. So if that's what you're into, grab a cup of tea, sit down and let's dive in. So if we've not met before, my name's Nikki. I run Back to the Good Life with my husband G. He's not here today, he's still at work today. But we create a channel all about growing your own vegetables, living self-sufficiently and trying to live a more sustainable lifestyle. If that's something you're into, you might want to consider giving us a subscribe. So if you've been following this channel for a while and our Instagram channel as well, you know that we've been slowly transforming our allotment between our jobs and between life so that we can try and hopefully have a nice thriving vegetable patch come later on around harvest time. This is my new allotment. And yes, I know that it needs a lot of work. We finally have some pathways. G's done such a good job to fix it up. I'm so impressed. Look, it's looking so much better. It's looking so good. We've been busy planting all the vegetables and things that we like, and we're trying to build our raised beds in a way that we build them just in time for the seedlings that are behind me in the polytunnel here to go in and to hopefully grow nicely. It's been a little bit tricky to do that because I really want to do companion planting. Companion planting is a really great way to help stave off lots of garden pests. We've managed to just kind of organise it the way we are. It does mean that our beds look a little bit disjointed at the moment, but we are getting there, and this is something I really want to take you through today because I think it might be helpful for your garden too, no matter how much space you have. What exactly is companion planting? Companion planting is a planting technique that means that you plant different species of plants next to each other so that they can naturally help support them. And this could be things like pest control or fixing the soil, giving it a bit more fertilisation. So if you've got one plant that's a high feeder, for example, plant another one next to it that's a low feeder, so they kind of balance each other out. And this is kind of what I've tried to do in the beds we've got behind me. Companion planting is a really great idea for pollination and to also help soil health as well. And soil health is something we're really trying to build here because when we took this allotment over, the soil's really poor quality. So this is our first year at this allotment, so it's going to take us a little while to kind of get involved with it and, you know, get a feel of it. So we're hoping to plant a lot of flowers, especially wildflowers around our pond. We want to try to plant some edible and medicinal flowers as well. This will really help the pollinators, so stuff like butterflies, ladybirds, bees. We want to try and encourage them onto our plot. And also by incorporating companion planting within our vegetable plot, we can do that as well. So loads of people use companion planting. We've been experimenting with kind of natural methods, so things like planting marigolds nearby because it's a bit of a sacrificial plant for the slugs. You can plant things like basil with tomatoes, and the basil helps to deter the pests that tomatoes have, and it also apparently makes the tomatoes taste better. So I've never been particularly good at growing basil personally, but I'm going to give it a try again this year, see what happens. So let me take you on a quick tour of our beds and you can see what we've done to hopefully help our garden thrive this year. I really can't wait to see these things bloom, and we're going to share them with you along the way. So first up is the very first bed that we ever actually sorted out on this allotment, and I was very clear that I wanted to get one in as soon as possible so that we could always come and see something growing. And here we have got our garlics and onions bed. My garlic and onions bed is coming on so well. Got lots and lots of garlics growing. And lots of onions growing as well. Except the onions are a bit smaller. That's an onion, just there. That one's an onion, and they're garlics. The reason these guys are planted together, first of all, they take quite a long time to grow. So if we have something in the bed that's going to take a while, I'd rather just let the whole bed out to it and make it a bit easier. Obviously, as you know by now, we also really love garlic, so we planted a lot of it in here. Garlic and onions both have a really strong smell, so that they deter things like spider mites and aphids. So hopefully they'll help each other to deter each other's pests. So we've got onions, garlic, onions, garlic, onion, garlic. So we've got quite a lot in here. I always try and intercrop it as well. So although I do square foot gardening and I like things in lines, I'll have a line of onions, a line of garlic, a line of garlic, a line of onions, and so forth. So they're close enough to each other to help each other companion-wise, but they're also further enough apart so that I know what's going on. So next up, we've got a really nice combination. We've got peas, onions, and eventually it's going to be cabbages right down the end there. I think there might even be some garlic in there. because there's garlic in most things. As we mentioned before, the onions are going to be great for deterring pests. So the peas will help to fix the nitrogen in the soil, which will then benefit the onions and the cabbage. And then when the peas grow up as well, it also provides a little bit of shade for the onions and the cabbage, which actually prefer to grow in a little bit of shade. So in this bed we've got lots of different peas. I think I've got about 4 feet by 4 feet worth of peas, so loads of peas in here. Then we've got some onions and some garlic. It's going to be some more onions, and then right at the end there we're going to put some cabbage. You can actually see we've got some cabbage seedlings there. They're hardening off and they're ready to go, so I'll be planting them in the next few days. So this is the last bed I'm going to show you because it's one that we've got nearly planted. We've got broad beans, carrots, I think you guys call them fava beans in America, but broad beans for us, carrots, and then right at the end there's going to be leeks there. Just like onions, leeks help to repel pests like carrot fly, so that'll be really good for our carrots. And of course the carrots also help to repel leek moths, so they make an excellent duo. And then hopefully our beans will help to just fix that nitrogen again, putting a little bit more fertility into the soil. So that's hopefully the plan here. So I hope you found that quick video really useful. If we embrace companion planting, we're hoping that we can reduce our impact on the earth by having less pesticides and bits and pieces like that. We don't want to be putting loads of that stuff on our gardens unless it's all natural and organic. This is what we're hoping to avoid by using clever companion planting and clever square foot gardening as well. And as you've also heard as well, our square foot garden idea is hopefully going to help benefit the soil health as well and build that soil fertility. And it's also going to help the ecosystem and help to build stronger biodiversity in our allotment, which is exactly what we're after. So thank you for joining me today, good lifers. If you know of any good companion planting that we should be doing, please let us know in the comments, because we've got another few beds to fill up. And I would say they're not planned yet, but they're kind of planned. But I'm always willing to go with some options. It was really great to have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. Hit like if you like the video. Consider subscribing, and we will see you in the next video.